Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who know me, welcome back. And for those of you who don't, I'm Pia and I'm your host for all things luxury. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the HERMÈS Picotin lock number 18. I don't know how much you would call it a collection, but I call it a collection because it's over two. So without any further ado, let's get started. In the last couple of years, I've purchased 3 of these bags. My first one, and I think my absolute favorite one, has to be the midnight blue one. In camera, it does show a little bit lighter than it is. It's a shade that's really dark. Like its name says it, it's a midnight blue. The next one I purchased was this Nata one. Also in Clemence leather, also got yellow gold hardware. It is still in the 18 size. My third and last one so far is the taupe one. Also with yellow gold hardware, also in Clemence leather and also in the 18 size. I have a video unboxing this one and giving you all the details regarding this particular handbag, so I will link it in here for you. This is a handbag that's called lock because it does come with a little lock in here. We will also find hardware at the top of the bag right here, and the bag also comes with 4 feet to sit on top of so the leather on the bottom doesn't get damaged. They all come with a set of keys that's going to be specific to your locket, so if you do lose it, you have to go ahead and get a whole new set. You cannot just get the keys. When it comes to storing your bag, it is advisable that you open the locket, take it out, and store the little flap either towards the outside or even better towards the inside. I do keep all of them with the little bubble wrap that they come with in the interior, except for this one, because most of the time I'm picking her up. It's definitely one of my most used handbags. She will probably get at least once or twice a week use. The measurements for the bag are 18 centimeters times 19 centimeters times 13.5 centimeters. Or in inches, that will be 7 inches tall times 5 inches wide times 7 inches deep, more or less. Given the fact that these bags are all handmade, there can be a slight difference in measurement from one to another, even if they are supposed to be the same size, which is something that we know that can also happen in Kelly bags. It can also happen in Constance, Birkins, and Picotins are no exception. Let's have a little look at what fits into the bag. It is currently empty, except for couple of receipts. Okay, so now yes, totally empty. Let's fill it up. I've got my Bulgari wallet, which will fit in a sort of oblique way. My custom-made Bastia, which I actually use it to hold not coins, but my tape measure, which as a stylist comes in very handy to always have with me. So that will fit right there. AirPods, my Xiaomi power bank. I'm currently filming you on my Sony camera, but for the purpose of the video, I just want to show you that a vlogging camera will fit in there. Got this one, which is my Olympus one, and then my iPhone. There we go. She's filled up, but I do still have a little bit of space, meaning I could fit in keys, which I'll normally try to put inside of a pouch so they don't ruin the interior. I can probably fit a couple of lipsticks or some powders. It is a small bag anyway, which is something I really appreciate because it's perfect for sort of an everyday basis. To give you an idea on the sizing, this is it compared to my everyday agenda, which is the large model of the Vuitton one. I can probably still even fit a little hair clip in there. Still nothing's picking out. You see, if you want to preserve it from slouching, you're not going to charge it a lot. I say things are to be worn, so put whatever I actually need to take with me in it. That being said, I do take really good care of my handbags. I will never put one on the floor, but that's a little bit more customary. People in France will always put their handbags on the floor. In my culture, if you put the bag on the floor, it can mean that money or fortune will fly away. That's not something we want. You will never catch me putting my handbag on the floor, even if the feet are there. The 3 of them are made in Clemence leather, actually made with the male baby calf, which makes it super supple to the touch. It's got a slightly large grain, making it a little bit more supple and a little bit more prone to slouching throughout time. Now, this one in here, I've been using on and off, more on than off, for a couple of days every week throughout a year and a half, more or less. And in here, you can see how much she has slouched. Personally, I'm not affected by that. I don't particularly appreciate slouching in handbags. However, on this particular model, because the way you're going to carry it is like this, there is no crossbody handle or anything like that unless you build one for yourself. The weight of the bag will simply re-give it back its shape, making the slouching be only appreciated once you put it over a chair, a table, or something like that. This one I've used a little bit less often, however, still quite a bit. And you can see there's not much slouching going on. A little bit of an indentation is starting to happen in here. Like I said, I'm not really bothered by that. I think it's part of the beauty of the bag and it's just how it evolves. Once you've accepted that, you can get along really well with this model. And in here, you can see one that I've only been wearing for, I would say, 3 months, and there's literally no slouching that's happened just yet. Talking about the material, like I was saying, Clemence leather is the one I have, and it's the most common leather that we'll find this bag in. However, not the only type of material that it will come in. There's a special edition called Cargo, which is created between a combination of cotton canvas and leather. On this other edition, there are some extra pockets on the exterior, making it the handbag even a little bit handier if you do want to use those pockets. But if you're somebody that's looking not to slouch your bag, you're probably not going to be touching those pockets in the exterior anyway. The interior of the bag is completely unlined, as you may observe in here. I have found some of them tend to shed more than others. Now, this one had absolutely zero shedding, contrary to this two, which have had a little bit of shedding. When it comes to wearability, I think that the handbag in the number 18 is a perfect compromise and perhaps the best purchase if you're thinking of diving into the Hermès handbags world. It is a great way to test out the leather, test out the quality of the bag, and also as a bag itself, I find it to be super versatile because the number 18 will fit quite a bit of stuff. It's a great bag to be carried throughout the day, but in my opinion, also into evening events. I've personally carried mine in formal events such as the Ascot races or formal dining, but then for an everyday chilled, relaxed vibe, they're also really lovely and complement an outfit in a very gorgeous way. I was recently talking about these handbags with a fellow Hermès lover in Paris, and she was telling me that her only fear about it is regarding pickpockets. The bag comes with no closure, and even if the locket stops it for it being completely opened at the front, you are still going to be able to put your hand in and out very easily. I personally find that to be something comfortable. I don't like to have to fiddle to get my stuff in and out. I find that to be a really comfortable feature of the bag. So I guess what for some can be a pro, for some it can be a con. Let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons of this model. To be honest with you, it was hard for me to find cons because I am a very big fan of bucket bags. This particular one is one of my all-time favorites. But let's see if I managed to be up to the task. It's a very understated model, making it safe to be carried around in large crowded cities. It doesn't really call that much attention, as it should, because I find it gorgeous. Another pro for this bag has to be the handle drop. It's big enough that you can fit with a thick sweater like the one I'm wearing today, or even when you're sporting a large coat. They're small enough, making them not very heavy. And like we mentioned before, there's relatively easy access to them from the top and from the sides as well. I find its shape to be super easy to wear, very complimentary to a lot of outfits, and I always get so many compliments when I take this ones out. Now, regarding the cons, I guess I would have to mention the fact that there is an easy access over the top. And like my friend mentioned the other day, if you are somewhere where there are a lot of pickpockets and you don't tend to be very attentive to your surroundings, it might not be the best bag of choice for you. That being said, this one's get taken around in Paris all the time and I've never really had an issue with them. The only way to carry this ones is on the crook of your arm or just by carrying it like that, which means you'll only have one hand free, or 1.5 if you put it on the crook of your arm. All right, you guys, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.